Spike Factory is currently one of the best towers in Bloons Battles 2, if you're on a difficult map. For example, take it on Glade here. If I send around 18 fortified Moab, the Spike Factory should be able to defend this fortified Moab entirely. Let's see. It looks like that's a yes. But if I took a different tower, for example, like the Hydra Rocket Pods, it is going to absolutely struggle against this fortified Moab, as you can see right here. But now if I do the same exact test on a map like Docks, which is much longer, the Spike Factory has essentially the same strength as before, but the other towers are much stronger. So with all that being said, today I will be showcasing the strength of the Spike Factory on the maps that's best on. Let's hop right into it. I think this is the #1 player in whole Masters right now. They're on a 6 win streak, so let's lock in. And we're going to strategy of Boomerang, Spike Factory, Farm, and BTN. My opponent's going Dart, probably Dart, Spike Factory, Farm, my guess is from them. So it should be a fun matchup. I think it'll be a good one. And they brought Cyber Quincy actually, with this load, which is interesting, over Adora, because Adora is also used with Dart, Spike Factory, Farm quite a bit. I don't really know which hero is better, but just a little bit of an analysis from me. Now let's get BTN round 1, obviously, which will be placed right about... Okay, I couldn't get BTN down in the spot I wanted, that's fine. That's a fine BTN spot where I placed it. And we forced an upgrade on their Dart Monkey. We forced the full crosspath, that's perfect. Let's get crosspath on my Boomerang. We should be good now. I will still leak a little bit against these greens, but nothing too crazy, hopefully. First targeting. I didn't clean up those balloons like I wanted. That's fine. Yeah, I leaked more than ideal there, I'll be honest. That hurts a little bit. It hurts a little bit, stings a bit. No pun intended. But it's fine. We got our farm up. They keep trying to layer on me, which is going to hurt even more. We'll tank. We'll tank. I'll use a Bee Swarm this round. First target on the Boomerang. Bee Swarm. Okay. I think my Boomerang placement was bad, or just the hand that I used was bad, because normally I don't leak this bad, even if someone's like aggressive. I shouldn't be leaking this horribly in the early game. That's not typical for the Boomerang on this map. So there's definitely a problem with how I was targeting or something. It's fine though, we survived, you know? And the Boomerang's throwing. The Boomerang actually just missed a couple shots. Am I dead? 1 second. We're okay. Back to making honey mode. Alright, everything's fine. My heart skipped a beat there. I need to regain some lives to actually have some composure here. Alright, upgrade the farm again. Weird early game, but we're alive. We're alive, and that's all that matters. First targeting on the BTN, because the Boomerang's again throwing. Let's swarm this. Yeah, they're sending me spaced white balloons, which is what's happening. And that's messing up my Boomerang jumping. We're chilling, though. We're chilling. We're good against all of this. I want to get a Spike Factory down after I get Plantation up. And then I can utilize making honey mode on my BTN. It appears we're okay. I can leak that life. They're still trying to send me spaced white balloons. Alright, now I can utilize making honey mode. Got Spike Factory down. That's perfect. They're still doing it. So my eco is actually quite a bit higher than theirs. It's gotta be. With the amount of spaced whites they've been sending me. Like that. We'll swarm this. That's fine. We definitely have a big eco lead though, which I like. 100%. Alright, more Glaives that. Let's send them a rush. Alright, they use Rapid Shot and they get a Juggernaut up. That's going to be enough, I think. Is that Juggernaut Camel Crosspath as well? It might be. Are they going to send me Camel Bloons? I'm waiting. Camel Leads. Buy it. Alright. Let's send a Layered Rush. Force second Juggernaut. Perfect. Swarm this. We're chilling. Boomerang on strong. This should handle. We're gonna install this. Tower boost. That's my first tower boost used. I'm fine boosting that. We're good against that rush. Not a problem. Nice try. I didn't need to bee swarm that though. That was a bad play, bee swarming it. We're fine. Yeah, that was a really bad play, bee swarming that. That's the biggest mistake I've made here. Man, why'd I bee swarm that rush? Why did I bee swarm it, bro? That was so bad for me. Okay, we forced rapid shot and tower boost. I think they're dead. I think they're dead. Okay, we won. We won. Even with the mistake of bee swarming that rush that didn't need to be swarmed, we still won. I thought we lost with that play, but man, that was an intense match. 80 score because I was the #1 player. Oh my gosh. What a game. All right, next match with the Spike Factory, guys, takes us to Banana Depot. We're going the strategy of Bomb, Spike Factory, and Banana Farm. This should be a very fun. This should be a very fun one. Always enjoy the strategy quite a bit. Bone's going Tack Shooter here, and they brought Jericho as well, so maybe Tack Wizard Farm or Tack Mortar Farm from them. That'll be interesting to see. Let's get B-Team down round 1, obviously, though. Which I think B-Team will be placed somewhere around here. Perfect. And if my placements were the best, it's been shown in my Discord server. I haven't been able to do it in a video yet. But if my placements were super optimal, I should be able to fit 2 bombs and B-Team in this area. I'm hoping. I was trying to get the placements really pixel perfect here for you guys. Let's see. I'm obviously not going to go for the second bomb yet, but it's going to be helpful later. No way. No way there's not space there. I refuse to believe it. It looks like there's gotta be. You're supposed to place, I think, B-Team in the bottom right-hand corner in the square, and then bomb in the top left? Or maybe bomb was supposed to be in the bottom left-hand corner as well. And then the second, I don't know. In all honesty, someone made a video showcasing like how you're supposed to actually place them, and I kind of forgot. Oh well, we failed it once again, guys. I'm gonna check one more time just to see, just to get certainty to that fact. Yeah, there's no chance I'm fitting it. Dang it, bro. Okay. Oh well. Let's keep farming, or start farming rather. Not keep farming. We haven't farmed yet. Remember, they have Jericho, so they're gonna be able to force steal stuff. Force sell stuff with steals. White balloons are going to overrun me pretty quickly. I'm going to use a bee swarm ability once that point arrives. Now. And that'll buy me some time. When's the first steal come around? I think pretty soon here. Let's get bigger bombs. And I guess we... Okay, wait, nope. They're balloon boosting at me. I was going to say, we utilize making honey mode, but if they're balloon boosting at me, I'm just going to keep it on first. I can tank these, though. I don't think I'm going to die during the balloon boost. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Back to making honey mode. Everything's chill. We're defending. The bomb is actually defending the black balloon. Sometimes there's balloons that leak when B-Team's on making honey mode, and it's only a 103 cluster bomb. But in this case, it looks like it's working. This is good. I can regain some of that life count I missed. Okay, we're actually leaking the... Oh, it's white balloons that make us leak. It's not black balloons. Okay, we'll put you back on first now. I am up to 33 lives, though. We have gained some back, which is nice. Okay, one more banana, please. Perfect. Plantation. Nice. We love an early plantation. I'm assuming their third's wizard, judging by the fact that they removed the middle obstacle. That's normally where people put their necromancer, yep. And necromancer is really strong on this map, so we gotta watch out for that. Oh, making honey mode. Heavy bombs on the bomb shooter. We need to make honey right now just to make sure we don't die to camel balloons. And I'm gonna get a spike factory in the back too. Actually, I can't reach that. I can't fit that spike factory, unfortunately. Oh, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. They don't have enough for their necromancer. Wow. Okay, I guess our zebra balloons worked. I'll take it. Alright, our next match of today's video, guys, is on the map Neo Highway, one of the more difficult maps for me, I'd like to say, because I always struggle on this one, but we are running a spike factory strategy of Dart, Spike Factory Farm. I see a lot of people running this loadout on this map, so it should work out. And opponents starting with the Dartling. They brought Bonnie as well, so I think, honestly, don't know what to assume as to their loadout with Dartling and Bonnie. Maybe Dartling Alchemist Spike Factory, that's my current prediction if I had to guess. It's most likely an eco strategy if they're bringing Bonnie, and they're placing Bonnie towards the back end of the map, okay. We'll have to wait and see though. Let's send some spaced greens while we're at it to force some Dartling upgrades on Mr. Glow's end. And with Sentai Churchill start on my side, I should just be able to greed for early banana farm without much of a threat. Sentai Churchill is decently strong on this map. And Spike Factory is also pretty good on this map, from my understanding, so our strategy should work out, you know? This is one of the loadouts I see a lot of people running on this map. I don't really know what the meta is by any means here, but I know this is a decent strat. Alright, they got powerful darts in there and nicely done. We're just going to go back to Red Blue Nico now. And I'm assuming they're going to start to upgrade their minecarts and just send me Space Blue Nico in the process, which is fine. That's how most Bonnie players will do it. Let's get quality soil, and then round 5 or round 4 we'll get the increased production. I'm trying to think of how I want to play this defensively. I'll probably do a Spike-a-Pult with my Sentai Churchill for Black Balloons. Spike-a-Pult will be right about here on first targeting, and that'll shoot down this line. You gotta make use of these straightaways with a strategy like this. The straightaways are where you get all your damage in, so yeah, that's important. But ideally, we can greed for something like a banana plantation before I get the Spike-a-Pult up. That sounds like a crazy play right now, because I'm still quite far off of affording the plantation, but maybe I'll be able to do it first. That would be really nice for my farming. We have Sentai Churchill on last targeting, so this should be able to defend their white balloon, especially with the fact my opponent's not really doing any layered rushes at me. If they're layering at me and stuff, I would definitely have the Spike-a-Pult down right now. But they're taking a little bit more of a passive route, which is fine. I think I will be able to go for the plantation first. Because remember, we can use the Sentai level 3 ability initially against their black balloons. Okay, they're actually now layering on me. Nicely done. I'm going to leak a little bit here. Where's the black balloons? There they are. First, ability. And then we'll get Dart Monkey right here. Spike-a-Pult. We're good. Let's crossbat this. We're chilling. Alright, that wasn't actually that bad. We ended up greeding for the plantation and didn't really leak too many lives as a punishment for that. So I think that was pretty solid. We'll go for a second farm as well. I do need to force more defense on my opponent's end here. 1-0-2 Dartling and Bonnie is honestly not that much. They actually go for their second Dartling now. Nicely done. Let's upgrade this farm. And I also want to get a big spike pile in the back. That's important. So I think we'll get a greater production farm, and then I'll start getting the Spike Factory up. That's my plan. Spike Factory, obviously, towards the back end of the map here. Probably right about here is where I'll have it. Smart spikes, smart targeting. Nice. We'll get bigger stacks in this guy. Perfect. There's their Spike Factory. So I think I did guess their strategy totally from the start. I'm sure their third tower is Alchemist here. Let's send in Region Zebras. Okay, we force a Bonnie ability. We're on Balloon Boost. We force a Tower Boost too. They need to be careful now for round 11. Because I can force probably an Alch buffed Hydrocopods with a really big rush. I think that'll be my plan. Get the Alch buff up. Yep, we made them sell their Bonnie minecarts. That's perfect. That's what I was going for. Long life on my end. Now my opponent has $0 upgrade minecarts. That's crazy that I guessed their entire strategy though from the get-go. Tower boostless. We're good, we're good. Deadly Spikes pile. I should be fine against that. Yep. Clean defense. And then I guess I get a bank up this round. That's how I'll play it. Alright, that was a weird sequence of events, but I honestly think I'm in the better position out of that engagement. I don't know if the Deadly Spikes play was smart or not, but that's what I did. I do want to force the Alch buff back on their end, especially before my opponent ends up getting a rubber to gold, because they currently don't have one. And they already have the Alchemist placed in the back, so they're preparing mentally to get it up. Let's force it. Okay, forced a bonding minecart explosion, that's something. I can re-rush them. Again, all we're doing here is just trying to delay their greed with bonding minecarts and stuff, so I can go for a really big rush later. We forced the Alch buff, okay. Alright, let's get long life spikes back on my end. Start to build a big pile with that. Now also we'll remove this obstacle. Or not remove the obstacle, rather gain space with the obstacle. Okay. Let's get 900 eco. That's fine. And I'll keep farming. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in a good position or not. I've spent a lot of money rushing them is the only thing. So maybe some of those rushes weren't the best. There's definitely a chance of that. I may have been overly aggressive. Or are they going to send me a fortified Moab? We can get a sharpshooter if they do. Currently, there's no sign of it. Okay. And what is this? What is the actual rush we want to end this game with? That's my other thought. I think fortified ZOMGs are typically a really strong sin against that strategy from my memory. So maybe we like go all in round 22. We start with the fortified ZOMG, then we start to follow it up with like ceramics and stuff. Tower boost this ability. Am I dead? Barely not. Okay. If they re-rush me, we can go for a fan club. Let's see. They are. Fan club this. Wait. Fan club's 9,000 now. I forgot to change the price. That is an interesting fact that I low-key forgot about. Alright, get spiked mines in the back. We want to build a pile with this. A strong pile at that, ideally. Before the rounds get difficult. And I'd also like to go for a IMF alone. Perfect. Okay. This is where things get interesting. They're going for spiked mines on their end. Nicely done. I'm going to collect you and send a fortified ZOMG their way. I don't think they're going to pop the beast. Spiked mines doesn't do that much damage. Actually, they did a lot of damage to the beast. So they actually gained a lot of cash there. Nicely done. Fortified ZOMG was sent. I think I'll send a second one. I'm going to wait a second. Now. Send purples behind to block their plasma accelerator because they don't have a hydro rocket pods right now. More purples. Yeah, they're struggling. We get up a Ultra Juggernaut on my end to counter that. Yes. And that's a GG. Let's go! What a match, bro. What a match. Oh my gosh, that one felt good. I knew the fortified ZOMGs were the weakness of that loadout, and just because of the fact that we made them sell their like bonding minecarts early with our early game pressure, they were just way too broke to be able to afford anything important there. GG. On to the next. You know what I was thinking for the final match? How about we just copy my opponent's strategy from the previous match? That would be fun. So yeah, we are going the strategy of Dartling Alchemist Spike Factory here on Basalt Columns. This strategy can work on this map. I've tried it a little bit. It's not fantastic necessarily, but it's strong enough, you know what I'm saying? An opponent's going Dart here. They brought Adora as well, so I'm assuming they're going Dart Spike Factory Farm, which is a lot more of a usual strategy, usual loadout to see here. Should be a fun matchup though, I'm excited for it. 100% want to get Bonnie down round 1, so let's do that. I'm assuming they're gonna get their Adora down round 1 as well. Bonnie, perfect. And then let's just continue max ecoing. Alright. Also get the Farmer and Bloon bot in here, because why the heck not? So Baxen is, opponent actually played against in a while. They were a fan of the channel back in the day. I don't know. Haven't seen them Haven't seen them around in a while. They also used to stream Bloons TD Battles 2 on Twitch, which was interesting. We'll have to see what they've got against us, though. I think they are a pretty good opponent, though. I'm pretty sure they had some top 25 badges. Just pre-game, I remember that. They actually sent me blue balloons, which is interesting. Are they going in eco loadout? Oh no, they're just layering on me. I honestly should have gotten powerful darts up on that previous income boost. So I'm gonna leak a little bit here, just because I got powerful darts late, but that's fine. I could tank leaks. I'm not really too hyper fixated on my life count here. Let's also start upgrading the minecarts a little bit. And we're chilling. They got their banana farm down. Nicely done. Okay. Been a pretty standard start here, I'd like to say. Now, pink balloons are actually making my opponent leak quite a bit. So I think I'm going to wait for that door ability to die off and then balloon boost. Because there's no way they can afford crossbow yet. So the balloon boosted pink should do a number. Right? It's looking like they're doing decent. Upgrade Bonnie even more. Yeah, they're struggling. Alright. What I'm going to do to defend their initial white balloons is use a Bonnie minecart explosion. Wait on it till now. Perfect. Faster barrel spin now. And I think that'll be a decent way to defend. I'll need another Dartling on my end, though. No way this is going to be able to handle the balloons and the minecarts. Could handle that minecart, but one more eco boost to get my second Dartling up. Oh my gosh, we are struggling. Second Dartling. I did pop that minecart. Nice. Good snipe, Dartling. Can I pop this minecart as well? No! I'm letting minecart slip by. That's really bad. Okay. We're fine, we're fine. Upgrade Bonnie. I let one minecart slip by, which was not good, but it happened. Let's send yellow balloons their way. This can force an Adora ability, and probably a tower boost too if I balloon boost. Yep, there's tower boost as well. Okay. I'll take that. I'm gonna get another Bonnie upgrade in here too. $1,000 upgrade. Perfect. Now, a mistake my opponent made in the previous match was they tower boosted round 9 and used Bonnie minecart explosion, which meant I could force their Hydro Rocket Pods and their Alk buff on round 11. This time I obviously don't want to make the same mistake my opponent made, so I'm going to aim to afford my Hydro Rocket Pods in case they send me like Region Zebras. That's my goal here. Let's see if they're rushing me though. Really? No rush actually, okay. Let's send some Zebras their way. I'll get some eco then. They use an Adora ability, nicely done. That's fine. Get a Spike Bolt on their end. No Spike Factory actually yet, which is interesting. Definitely thought I'd see a Spike Factory by now. HRP. We're chilling. Let's force some real defense on their side. White balloons, we forced a Juggernaut, and they have a second Spike Bolt. What's their camo detection? Currently, they've got nothing. I guess we'll send a camo lead. Are they just dead here? Oh no, the Juggernaut has camo detection, but that's not very good against camo. It's like one Juggernaut. Alright, they got Spike Factory in the back. That's a little bit better. Let's say one Juggernaut's just not the best against camo rushes. So it is Spike Factory. Okay. I would like to get a Rubber to Gold on my end. I think Rubber to Gold is always good. So then if my opponent wants to rush me, I'll actually make money from the rush. There we go. Perfect. Feeling a little bit more comfortable with that on our side now. I guess I'll intentionally kind of... The only bad part about the rubber gold is to make money from it. I kind of have to intentionally target my Dartling downwards a little bit. Because I don't want to pop the balloons early, obviously. I want them to pass the rubber gold's range. So... It is a little bit counterintuitive in that sense. I don't know. I need to be careful in case they rush me, obviously, too. Which it appears like that's the case. I should be fine against this rush. Yep. Minecart Explosion and Elk Buff defend that. Let's get a Spike Factory in my end, though. Okay, they are sending, like, more rushes, which is interesting. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it safe with Spike Factory, since they're sending me so many rushes here. And honestly, it's Elk Buff the Spike Factory as well. I'll play it super safe. I feel like I'm in a really good position here with the greed, so I'm fine to invest some in my defense. Okay. No problem. Now I'll continue ecoing. Let's move our camera down there. I forgot Bonnie's minecarts are actually incredibly bad right now. Only $180. For one, it's because I rushed them and also spent a lot of money on rubber gold and on my own defense, but my opponent's economy setup and like farming is just not the best either, so I'm completely fine not being in the best spot myself. Alright, they got second plantation there, and nicely done. They've got deadly spikes, so I don't really think I'm going to pressure that. Deadly spikes obviously is good. $300 minecarts now? Okay. All is good at the moment. I'm definitely richer, oh my gosh, richer than my opponent was on Neo Highway, so I'm not as worried about around 22 all out. Alright, there's a fortified Moab. Multiple fortified Moabs. I'm gonna get deadly spikes on my end. And ceramics behind. I'm gonna tower boost this. I should be completely fine against this rush. Yeah. Honestly, tower boost there might have even been an overreaction. I'm not gonna lie. We're good against it though. Upgrade Bonnie again. More fortified Moabs. They're dead. Well then, I guess that's one way for it to end. I'm surprised they died. I guess that's because their Juggernauts weren't in a very good spot to defend the AI balloons. Mixed in with the fact that the Spike Pile just didn't have a very big time to build up on their end. I'll take it though. And there you go. Those are the matches with the Spike Factory. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're like out. Peace guys. Have a good one.